Hello and welcome back to my channel, everyone. My name is Tammy, and in today's video I'm making a small batch of candles of my calming spa day to add to my inventory just in case someone goes to my Etsy shop and orders it. It'll be ready to go for them. And I ordered new fragrance oils that have finally arrived, and I couldn't wait to make some new test candles with you all. Now, before we get started, feel free to hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified when the next new video comes out. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. So I found out that one of the people I follow here on YouTube has finally ventured into his own line of fragrance oils. It was broadcast in his Facebook group that I'm a part of, and I was excited along with everyone else to see, to read what they were about. So after checking out his website, I decided to order some and give them a try. Now I have a full drawer and 2 bins full of sample fragrance oils, but I want to see if any of these that I just ordered will make the cut and be in one of my future collections, which I also figured that it's never too early to start developing, even though I just started out. Of course, as a new candle maker, I'm sure a lot of you out there can't help yourselves when it comes to new fragrance oils or even new essential oils being put out on the market. You want to buy them up as soon as you read the description or even the name, and next thing you know, you are full of shelves with sample fragrance oils. Don't worry, because I am the same way. I usually end up ordering the entire whole line if it's completely new. But this time I managed to restrain myself and only buy 5 out of the full collection that I thought would fit my 2 collections that I'm working on. Now, if you're wondering what type of wax I'm working with here, it is the Soy 10 wax. When I first started out, I did go with the 464, but I found that I was having such a hard time with it. And you want to work with a wax that you not only it works well for you, but you enjoy working with it. That it does the job that you're hoping that it will do for you. So when I switched over to the Soy 10, I found out I didn't have any rough tops, cottage cheese tops that you do with the 464, and it tended to burn well. It held my fragrance oil well, and I stuck with it. So if you're wondering why I'm using a skewer to pour in my fragrance oil, it's because it prevents spills from getting all over the place, especially with those small bottles. I actually wasn't going to make these candles today, but I figured why not, because like I said in the beginning, I wanted to make sure I had Calming Spa Day ready just in case somebody goes to the site and orders them. Also, they're the only candles that I don't have any photos for to update the website, because I really need some pictures for them, some better pictures for them than what is up there currently. But they are one of my favorites, and they are actually a blended candle. Let you in on a little secret. It's a blended candle of 2 different fragrance oils, and when it burns, it really does remind me of being in the spa, hence the name Calming Spa Day. But yeah, these are one of my favorite candles not only to make but also to burn. I'm only making 3 here because I don't have a lot of space in my apartment to store a large amount. So I'm making 3, and I figured as they are getting ordered and shipped out, I just will replace them as I go. Also, please excuse the mess on the side. I'm still trying to clean that area and find some space for it. It's just really a lot of boxes that's over there that really need to be broken down and thrown away. But yeah, it's a mess over there. So I'm just gonna let these 3 sit overnight and set. Okay, and now let's move on to the 2 tester candles. I really like these blush jars, but I'm not quite sure if they're going to be the ones that I use in the end for these 2 collections. I've been looking around trying to find my top 3, but these are so far in the lead because I kind of like them not only with the way they're sitting there, but also when you light them, they have a nice glow to them that just adds to the ambiance even more. These, I'm sure you've seen me use these before. I got these from Northern Candles. They don't quite fit these jars, but I still use them anyway. But yeah, I guess my search continues. If you know of any sites or any places that have some nice tumblers, then feel free to leave a comment down below. So out of the 5, I chose these 2 scents. One is the Pier, which is a little woodsy. It does remind me of being at the pier, actually. And the other one is Island Retreat, which for sure reminds me of a tropical island. When it comes to these 2 collections that I'm working on right now, I definitely want them to stand out from one another, and it all started with the first candle that actually made the cut into my Escape collection. And I figured I want Escape to be just that, a bunch of scents that remind you of being in places that are relaxing and enjoyable, or even getting ready to go out on a town. The other collection is my Relaxation collection, which will be more calming, more subtle is what I want that collection to be. More home-like vibes to that one. So I'm hoping that either one or both of these will fit into either or collection. So aside from working on these 2 collections here for the future, I've pretty much been working on other things as far as my candle business goes. The first thing is keeping an eye out on the Etsy shop and just documenting the traffic that goes over there. People are visiting the shop. Unfortunately, they're not making a purchase of anything. I got the first 4 sales in November, and it has died down a lot over the past 2 months, but that's okay. I expected it to be slow in the beginning, but I'm just right now analyzing what candles people are looking at, seeing if I can change the photos up, which I will definitely start brainstorming different photos for the candles as well, getting some video up there maybe, and I've been doing a lot of tweaking of the titles on the listings. So it's a lot of experimenting to see what works and what doesn't work for now. The Etsy shop is there, and I love that people are actually going and visiting. It's just they're not making the purchase right now. So I've been doing a lot of research on how I can up my game when it comes to the Etsy shop. And then that leads me to my social media platforms. So I only work on Instagram and on YouTube. And I've been trying to do a lot more posting on there. I started to do shorts now for YouTube. I'm also doing reels a little more and posting photos. And I'm actually seeing an increase in followers on Instagram, which is great. So I'm excited because I'm really close to my monthly goals that I set for myself when it comes to followers and subscribers. But I just want anyone to come and enjoy what I put up there. So I've been working a lot on trying to be more consistent with those two platforms, and then hopefully I'll be able to incorporate one more once I've successfully reached the goals that I want for both platforms. And being more consistent with posting on Instagram has helped me to be a little more engaging with the people who follow me and I follow. And I ended up finding a couple of accounts that give pop-ups, pop-up events during the year. So being engaging on Instagram or any platform is always a plus when you're just starting out as a business owner or entrepreneur. And that's the other thing that I'm also working on and actually getting excited about is the vendor market season is coming in April. I already applied for a couple that do year round and they do weekends. I'm actually on the wait list for 2 markets in March, so fingers crossed I'm able to do one of those or maybe one of the other ones that I signed up for after the month of March. But I'm excited for those. There's also another one in the near future that I'm working on, seeing if I can apply and get a spot there. It's a smaller pop-up, but that's okay because you gotta start somewhere. I know that by attending the markets, it'll give me a step in the right direction in showcasing my candles and wax melts to people. So I'm excited to be accepted for my first vendors market. So because I was making a small batch, I decided to do the double boiler method instead of the other way. I figured it was only a couple of candles. Why not just put my pouring pot into the pot and put it on the stove. Now I do have a wax melter down here, but I didn't really need it for this go around. Now I had actually messed up here. I measured out for 2 candles as far as my wax goes, not realizing that at that moment I was making 2 candles with 2 different scents. So I had to go get my other pouring pot and measure them out and make sure they were even. And if you notice a little silver tin right there, that is an experimental candle that I wanted to work with. I don't want to keep using my larger vessels to test out different candles. It is of course recommended to use the vessel that you want your final candle to be in so that it is properly wicked and the measurements are correct. But that little tin is for something else that I had a good idea for. So fingers crossed it comes out the way I wanted it to. But yeah, I'm trying to continue making candles. Can't make too much because, like I said, I don't have the space in my apartment for it. But I'm still trying to continue to make them because I enjoy making the candles. I enjoy waiting for the process of them to cure and to finally test them out. So I'm excited to see how both of these turn out. Fingers crossed that both of them make it into either of the collections. I'm kind of leaning towards Island Retreat, going towards the Escape collection. Only because it just fits just right out of the bottle. It fits so well with my idea of how I want that collection to be. But I will definitely keep you updated on how it turns out and whether or not it will actually be a part of my lineup. I'll probably do it on Instagram since I post pictures and short reels on there. Maybe I'll do a short as well. But that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed spending a little time with me as I made some inventory candles as well as some test candles of the new fragrances that I have. And I will definitely be updating you on whether or not I get accepted to the pop-up. Which, fingers crossed, I hope I do. Now, if you would like to continue to follow me on this candle making journey, then you could go ahead and subscribe to my Instagram account. The link is in the description down below. And if you would like to also hit that like button if you enjoyed the video that you saw today, I would greatly appreciate it. But if you don't, then that's okay too. I'm just happy that you joined me today in making my tester candles. So until the next video, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week and show yourself a little more appreciation. Well, until next time, this is Tammy saying thank you so much and take care, everyone.